So next, it's probably something you've already done before. You just want to Google your name and your business name. So for this, we'll just use a regular browser, but you can use regular or incognito. As a matter of fact, while you're doing the work, it might be best to try with both. So right off the bat, we can see that Amy is showing up top of Google for her website, which is great because we didn't add photography to the search query, but yet Google knows that when you type and look for Amy Schramm, it's the photography that you're looking for. Now again, this could be somewhat localized because she's a local photographer and we're looking in a local area. And that's something that will probably filter out as you search from an incognito browser. And so let's just look at the difference if we come over here and search incognito. It still shows up. And that's really a good sign because if you can rank for your personal name, a lot of times people are going to be searching for that. Even if you are a photographer, it doesn't necessarily mean that people are going to add photography to the end of it. We also see that Google has brought in some of the different pages that are on the site. These are just things, again, to look for. If you're seeing a link that you don't want showing up, well, that's something you're going to want to add to your site audit notes. Google has determined that if you're looking for Amy, you're probably going to want to know not just about her website, but also about her. And so they're going to prioritize the About section. That's another reason why it's so important to put time and effort into your About page. Make sure it's up to date. Here we go. The third result is Instagram. And social media also does have an impact on your website and on your rankings and those sorts of things. We'll talk about that in the SEO section, but just as we looked earlier when we were doing the site and colon search, you're also looking for what appears when you Google your name and what appears when you're doing that investigation. Again, if you're Googling yourself and maybe you didn't know that you had gotten featured or that you had gotten listed in some of these places, it's good to make sure that everything is consistent across the board as you look across your different listings. So next, let's go ahead and move on to Caitlin's website. We'll Google Caitlin and we'll start with her name and then see what shows up in the Google search query. So the bummer is when your name is up against a celebrity. And so this is why Googling your own name is a big deal, to not only see where you are in terms of the rankings, but also to see what you're up against. Now, if you scroll down, you'll see that Caitlin Cooper, photography, is here. So let's go ahead and add photography to the end of this so that we can do the rest of our evaluation. So here, unlike Amy, where Amy's different pages were brought up right below her website, Google has actually branched them out for us and provided us a tab that says more results. Google is pulling the navigation in and displaying it in the search results so that the user, the reader, can go straight to what they're looking for. If they don't want to go to the home page, but instead they want to go straight to the Meet Caitlin page or straight to the wedding page, they can just go straight to it from the search query. So that's really good. We see some of the same things here in terms of local citations. She's listed on Wedding Wire. She has a 5-star rating across 1 review. Google's even brought in what they think her price range is. This is how smart Google is. It's really, really fascinating how much they're able to do. They brought in some images that Google has identified are either of Caitlin or taken by Caitlin or both. We see what looks like headshots of her, and then we see some of her wedding work. More local citations with ratings. Now this is interesting. CaitlinCooperPhoto.com, and it clearly is some sort of an available domain or website. Looks like this domain expired and is pending renewal or deletion, so it might be something she might want to go out and grab for her brand name and then forward that to her CaitlinCooper.com. Looking at the top 10 results that show up for Google, we see that there are several social media profiles. We also have several more citation review based, and then we also see her website as well. Googling your name is just meant to be a secondary element of what we've already done with the site review. But in this case, this is showing you a snapshot of what's ranking right now when you Google your name, your business name, etc.